I have a nice workshop, pretty well equipped. You've already seen it in many videos. I have a lot of tools of all kinds, hand tools, bench tools, and I even have a metal lathe. But if I were told that I had to choose just one tool out of all of them, I wouldn't have any doubt. The angle grinder is my tool of choice. It's very lightweight, powerful, versatile. It has so many possibilities. And today we're actually going to talk about this tool. The precautions we need to take, the different discs, brushes, accessories, all of that will be in today's video. Well, I've had several brands of angle grinders, and I've also burned out several of these machines. And this one already holds the record, almost 20 years, and it even survived the workshop fire in September 2018. The poor thing got a little scorched, but it's still going strong and holding up. It's Boca brand Bosch from the blue line, so keep that in mind when you're going to buy this brand. It's a guarantee of durability, so now you know. Like all electric machines, it has its risks. When using it, these are machines with powerful motors. And the first thing we'll look at is a bit about the safety measures we need to take every time we use this type of machinery. The first thing we need to do is put on safety glasses, or even better, these masks that cover the whole face. I recommend this, especially when we're using the brushes. These brushes have wires that shoot out like arrows, and they can hit you in the eye or anywhere else. No, one time one got stuck in my hand and it went in pretty deep, so be very careful with that. The same thing can happen with pieces of discs that break off. There are low-quality discs that, well, can break apart. And, well, some of those pieces could hit us in the face, so it's always better to use this kind of mask. It's also very convenient to use gloves. I'm actually pretty reluctant to wear gloves because things slip out of my hands when I have gloves on. But it's necessary. And sometimes you also need hearing protection if you're going to be working for a long time. If we're going to use the diamond disc to cut glass, which is this one, you have to wear a mask. It gives off a lot of glass dust, and we don't want to inhale that. So when we use this disc, always wear a mask. You should never remove the protection that comes with the machine. Is it this one? You might think it's a bit inconvenient and impractical because you can't see where you're cutting. But it's better to have that than to have an accident. So don't take it off. And if a piece of the disc hits any part of our body, it's a great protection. Any part that comes off will stay inside and won't hit us. Another important thing is how to handle the tool. Always try to use the tool with both hands. That's what this auxiliary handle is for. Whenever we're going to change the disc, this is another super important thing because this causes a lot of accidents. So when we're going to change the disc, disconnect the machine from the power source. This is essential because if you're careless and press the button, the machine starts and goodbye finger. So always, when changing the disc, you have to disconnect the machine. Well, having seen these safety measures, let's look at the different accessories we can attach to it. I have some of them, not all, because there are so many things you can do. Let's start with the discs. There are several types of discs. These are the cutting discs. They're thin. There was always a debate about whether the cutting disc should be placed with the letters facing up or facing down. Well, the truth is that these discs don't have any arrow indicating the direction of rotation. If it doesn't have one, it's because it can be placed either way. If you want to put it with the letters facing up, you put it with the letters facing up, and if not, you put it with the letters facing down. Is it the same? A tip to make your cutting disc last longer is not to attack the material perpendicularly. You should cut from the bottom forward. Look, now I'm going to do it. See how I'm doing it? I'm going from the back to the front. Never, never should you attack the material head on with the disc perpendicular to it. Never do this, because you'll wear out the disc a lot and you could even break it. One important thing is to check the expiration date on the cutting discs. Since they're made with resin and carborundum, which is the abrasive they have, but the resin has an expiration date, so the expiration date is right here in the center. Always check it. This other thicker disc is the grinding disc. As you can see, it's no longer flat or thin like the cutting disc. To put it on, we need to place it facing inward with the recessed part of the disc. Here you can see the grinding disc. It's used to remove metal. It's a grinder. It shouldn't be used for anything else. Don't use it for cutting. The cutting disc is for cutting, and the grinding disc is for grinding. Another commonly used disc is the flap disc. This was a spectacular invention. It's the one that comes with all the pieces of sandpaper around it. You have to pay attention to the grit size. They have a number. These and this disc can be used for both metals and wood, and it's super practical. I love this disc. There's even a tip I've seen that after they're worn out like this one, you can bring them back to life by giving them a treatment. All right, I'll show you that in another video. This little number you see here is the one you need to look at. The higher the number, the finer the grit of the sandpaper. This one is number 80. This one is medium, I would say. I recently got another disc. It's a disc for cutting glass. These are the famous green discs that are so widely advertised in short videos. And as you can see, this one does have an arrow that shows the direction of rotation on the grinder. On the head, you'll find the arrow that indicates which way the motor turns. Well, you should place the disc so that it matches up. This other disc is also a diamond disc which cuts ceramic, brick, and stones. All right, but let's do a test with the glass cutting disc. Always remember to wear a mask when using this disc because it produces a lot of glass dust. And well, we don't want to inhale that. Well, with this, you can make all sorts of things. Glasses, vases, bottles cut into different shapes. Well, you have to go slowly because otherwise the glass could crack, but they turn out well. A disc I don't recommend is the one used for cutting wood. Most accidents have happened with that disc. Don't use this type of disc. I don't have any myself, and I'm never going to buy any of these. Another very useful accessory is the steel brush. It's used for cleaning rust. Remember that when you use this brush, you need to wear a full face mask and gloves. There are other types of discs that, well, I haven't tried yet, but there are a lot of accessories and discs available on the market. I recently got this accessory that turns the grinder into a chainsaw. Well, here I show them to you already installed. You have to remove the guard, the handle, and well, it's pretty simple to install. It has a chain extender and an 11.5-inch bar. I think that's what this is. Well, this doesn't seem very safe, but I still need to get the hang of this. Let's try it there. Let's see how it cuts these logs. Well, it seems to be doing pretty well. Definitely the angle grinder is the tool for me. It's at the top of the podium. You've already mentioned this one. What's your favorite tool? Have you used this type of tool with any other accessory that I haven't shown? I read all the comments, and if you have any tips, share them because a lot of people read the comments. Well, that's all for today. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you get notifications when I upload new content. Thank you so much for watching the video, and see you next time, God willing.